Sync. Cool. We're doing Golden Fairy Discourse today. Tap in, subscribe. Let's get into it. Hey, yo, have you guys looked at the Rune Slayer Discord lately? It's funny because it got nuked. For those of you who are out of the loop, I recently made my return to Rune Slayer, and I can't lie, the game has been fun. I maxed out my archer, I got a bear bow, I got some of that nice endgame armor, and it's been glorious, it's been beautiful. The game is legitimately extremely fun, and it kind of scratches this urge for PvE that I didn't really know that I had on Roblox. In 2025, where my favorite game on Roblox, Deepwoken, is slowly morphing itself into this Valorant ranked competitive gaming clone that nobody seems to be happy with, it's kind of nice for a change to see a Roblox game that plays to its strengths, the way that Rune Slayer does. There are notable issues, like the mods just not giving you windows to attack them, and them just spamming attacks, and the facts that, you know, parrying just doesn't do anything, not a fucking parry in sight in any of these fucking Rune Slayer fights. But overall, bro, like, the game is gas, you know, I give it a solid 7.7 out of 10. And the reason that it doesn't get an 8 or a 9 or a 10 out of 10 is quite simply the end game in this game fucking sucks ass. Like, it's maybe the worst on any Roblox game ever. The end game in Rune Slayer kind of feels like it just exists to farm premium payouts, and that kind of sucks ass to me. Mainly because, like, there's space for an actually good and robust end game here, but instead we're just doing stupid shit, and that irks me a little bit. And the main culprit for that, in my opinion, is the whole gold and luck mechanic in this game. You guys like luck from Deepwoken? Well, we have it in Rune Slayer, and it's arguably fucking worse in my opinion. If you look at like any Rune Slayer community or like YouTuber, I guess right now, you get a pretty clear indication that the most sought after item or items are the golden ring and the golden fairy. I'm not 100% certain on this, so correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I know, the golden ring essentially boosts your drop chances, and the golden fairy increases the amount of times you can get a drop from an enemy. Now, you guys probably heard me like say like the description of these items, and you're like, hey Noble, like, how is this bad? These seems like cool items that like it makes like farming easier. And to that, I would actually agree with you. They do make farming a lot easier. The problem arises in how you get these two items. You essentially get the golden ring by infinitely server hopping from server to server, mining platinum and praying to God or whatever deity up there will hear you that you maybe get a gold bar from one of these ores. The funniest part about this whole process is that the gold has a drop rate of like -1, and you need 2 of them. So it could be like hours or maybe days before you even get a single gold, let alone fucking 2 of them. And the golden fairy can be obtained from a variety of ways, the main one being from the Elder Treant, with probably the worst drop rate I've seen in my entire life. In my opinion, both of these items are pretty unhealthy for the game, but you know, I want to mainly talk about the golden fairy because just the fervor that it's caused in the community for the past like 2 or 3 days has just been fucking crazy to me. Relatively recently, like I mentioned before, the devs of Rune Slayer made it so that the Elder Treant drops a golden fairy, which is actually objectively a pretty good change because you kind of just need this item if you want to play the game at any level of efficiency. The problem with this change though kind of coincides with what I just said. You kind of need this item to farm in this game with any level of efficiency. So what this has led to is that the game has just become fucking Treant Slayer. Every single person in every single server is just hopping over and over again, trying to find Treants to ping their Discord group of 7 other people to join and help them kill the Treant, and maybe one of them will get a golden fairy, knock on wood or some shit, I don't know. I personally was farming Treant with some of my friends, and I think we clocked like at least like 25 Treants, bro, on 2x drops and nothing, bro. I don't think I saw anything that wasn't an Elder Vine or an Elder Greatwood, bro. This shit is actually crazy. It's like, damn, nigga, what the fuck are we 2xing, bro? Like 0.03, bro. Come on now. If you look in the Discord, bro, all anyone is talking about is Treant, golden fairy. Yo, let's go farm Treant, bro. I really need my golden fairy, bro. Please, I need it. I literally can't play the game without the golden fairy. Please join my group. I need this, bro. Speed, please, I need this. Now, the thing is, this isn't only a problem because people are only doing Treant. It's a problem because exploiters in the community realize that this is a highly sought after item, so they're just server hopping Treant too. And they have a pretty big advantage because they just know what fucking service is in at all times. Believe me when I tell you, bro, when it comes to this shit, bro, there's levels to it, bro. You're not competing with an exploiter who wants some shit more than you, bro. They will dust you, bro. I've heard a rumor that like the exploiters have a whole Discord server that literally just displays the boss spawns in every single server in the game, which is crazy to me, bro. How was your anti-cheat that ass? How the fuck does that happen, bro? Bro, these hackers are so powerful in this game that you can't even trade, bro. They got like duped golden fairies, duped golden rings. They have duped everything, bro. If you trade and your item just gets voided, tough luck, bro. The devs said they're not restoring you. And it's like, why the fuck not, man? I clearly got scammed by a fucking hacker. That's not my fault, that's your fault, bro. Like, what the? Yeah, never mind, bro. Never mind, that's another video. That's enough about exploiters though. Let's get back to the actual problem that I see with Golden Fairy being in this game. For those of you who've played Rune Slayer, you would know that the drop rates for pretty much everything is pretty shit. Even farming some fucking meat to cook so you don't just starve, that's pretty hard too, bro. I killed like 17 panthers before I got one panther meat. And it's like, bro, like, wouldn't it drop its meat every time? How the fuck does that make any sense? Even early game items like Sadie's bag or like slime chunks, farming for those is fucking hell. I don't even think I completed my ectoplasm quest until yesterday, which is fucking crazy. And that's just early game stuff, bro. Once you get to the late game where you really need to farm for items to like get more rune slots, get more better gear, get legendary weapons, you start to realize how much having just one slot to drop items limits you. Whereas a person without these items might kill 25 imps and not walk away with a single demon hide, a person with these items can kill one imp and get like 4. The problem gets somehow worse for boss farming, because if you don't have these items, there's just a constant banging in the back of your mind that like, damn bro, I'm doing this shit inefficiently, and like I'd just be much better off if I went and got a golden fairy. Which is a really shitty mentality to encourage in your player base, in my opinion. My last real issue with the golden fairy is that I have a sneaking suspicion that the devs are kind of like tuning the boss drop rates around people having this item, which I think is actually extremely fucking unhealthy. To explain why this is bad, I need to go back to a game that I used to play called Destiny 2. My fellow guardians in the fucking comments might know what I'm talking about, but you know, just strap in for a second. In Destiny 2, there is a trace rifle called Divinity, and essentially what this weapon did was it applied a weaken, and it gave like a little circle that you can shoot that would always make your damage critical. And to be completely honest, bro, this weapon was nuts. Like, if you were gonna raid in Destiny 2 or do dungeons, frankly, you needed to have Divinity. It was non-negotiable. You would scroll through LFGs and you would just see looking for 5 people to do Vault of Glass, must have Divinity, if not, I'm kicking you, L loser, suck my dick. Even after some nerfs, bro, niggas did not give a fuck, bro. You needed to have Divinity or you weren't raiding in Destiny 2. The weapon was actually so dominant that for a while, the devs of Destiny 2 started tuning endgame content around Divinity, just assuming that every single fire team was going to be using it. And what this led to is essentially just stupidly inflated boss HP pools that you would need to like do perfect fucking DPS rotations to kill. For a while, the game just became Divinity 2, and I fear that the irreparable damage that that caused has just not been rooted out yet. It's still pretty bad. Well, now you know, you guys are probably wondering, bro, Uncle Noble, how does this tie into Rune Slayer? And it's like, hey man, shut up, I'm about to get into that right now. The way I see it, these golden items in Rune Slayer are kind of its version of Divinity. The base game essentially just tuned around having these items, and it kind of just makes the game feel like shit if you don't. And that just kind of sucks to me, so you know, I came up with a few solutions to maybe fix this problem. Despite what you might think by this like 5 minutes of me just talking about how golden fairies are a problem, I don't actually think the item in a vacuum is a problem. I think it's a really cool item. Same thing with the golden ring. I'm not even that griped about how you obtain them because, you know, whatever. My main issue with these items being in the game is that there's no real alternative. Outside of these 2 items, there's no real organic way to increase your luck, and I think that's where the actual problem is. I think a pretty easy way to implement luck for the general player base is just to put it into the faction system. What I personally have in mind is maybe as you rank up with your faction, like at certain levels, your different perks that you get, maybe some of those could be luck. I think this solution would be unironically fantastic because number one, the people who still want to farm their gold rings and golden fairies for some fucking reason can plug away and just, you know, for their fucking 0.1% chance, have fun, man. Enjoy it. But for the normal people who don't want to just fucking bet on like insanely obscene drop rates, they can just do this and have an organic way to actually gain luck that isn't fucking stupid. There's definitely other solutions, and if you guys have any, leave them in the comments because I'm actually curious. Because, you know, I could just be yapping here, but I don't think that I am. You know, like and subscribe, bro. If you don't, Ezekiel's gonna get sad. You don't want Ezekiel to get sad, bro. He gets really angry when he's sad. He gets really big. It's like a fucking regular size shark. It's crazy. He killed me one time. Peace out. I'll see y'all later.